Hello, car people. Hello, hello. Let's get some light going on here. How's the hair look today? Same as usual, like crap. John from John's Barn. I haven't made a vid in a little bit. I posted one the other day that is old. We're going to do a two-part on that 67 Bonneville. I think that video was the engine ready to go in, and I thought I spliced a video together. I pushed record, and once again I push play. When you're thinking about three things at once, that's what happens. But he's coming back because we're installing an Edelbrock Performer RPM intake on that engine and a brand new billet HERA distributor, new cap and rotor. Because it's acting up a little bit. I think it's a distributor. I had the engine out of that car twice, in and out of it twice. The converter was bad. I didn't drive the car when he brought it here, and he said it wouldn't get out of its own way. And to give you an idea, you could brake torque it at dead stalled at 1,150 RPMs, which is way, way, way scam likely on the phone. Way below factory. You're talking 1,700 RPMs on just a factory big car stall if you brake torque it. Called my cousin Bobby. He owns Reliable Transmission. He said, Johnny, that converter's no good. Has the transmission been rebuilt? And I said, yes, it has. He said they put a Chinese converter in it, and it's locked up inside. So it needed to come out anyway. And there was an oil leak. After about 3 hours of running and thinking everything was fine, all of a sudden it decided to leak, and leak pretty good. When they put the engine together, it looks to me like they took the pan back off for whatever reason, and they put it on, and they tore the gasket, no silicone, and it decided to start leaking. So I put a one-piece. I recommend a one-piece gasket. They're a great gasket. Metal in the middle, rubber on either side. They've got inserts in the holes, so you tighten the bolts down nice and snug, and then no worrying about squashing a gasket. Those garbage cork gaskets. Great gasket, so that's taken care of. But the car's coming back for an intake, and an Edelbrock high performance water pump, because it's running about 210, which is fine. I put a 195 thermostat. We're going to go with a 180 stat and a pump to bring that around 190 degrees, so make him happy. I put one of those Saturday night special converters in it, like 18 to about 21 to 2,800 RPM, and this car weighs 4,600 pounds, has a 256 limited slip, and will fishtail for about 10 or 15 feet at a dead stop, which is hilarious considering it's got absolutely no gear whatsoever and weighs as much as a small school bus. So that 455 is quite an engine. He took it for a ride and came back and was grinning like he just won a scratch off. One of those $100,000 scratch-off tickets. But we got a couple of things real quick. We got a Corvette from hell here I've been working on for a month. It's numbers matching, 283 4-barrel. I did a master cylinder on it. New cable. He's had the car for almost 40 years. The tack was bad, and it broke a cable, and he wanted the tack to work. It was just bugging him, so I got a reman one, a rebuilt one. It was the wrong one. Got another one, and it was locked up and broke another cable. Got this one rebuilt, and as you can see, this runs off the generator. 58, I believe, is in the first year they started running them off distributor. The rebuilder put the gearing in it for a distributor drive, and it plainly says on the case, it says, I believe it says reads off of cable speed, which means generator. And had to take it back out again, which is fun because you've got to take the seats basically out of the car, or else you can't get underneath the dash, because I'm 6'1", I weigh 240, and this car's made for midgets. So now it's right. That's in there, and I did a complete carpeting. Carpeting it had just been put in when he got it 38 years ago. So he bought a nice kit. It's a 5-piece kit, and it took me all day to put it. It had to be trimmed and blah blah blah. It come out nice. It's, you got the left and right, then you got the center top, and then there's a center piece, and then a little bitty back piece there, and Also, the seat belts have been taken out for whatever reason, and they got lost. So I ordered reproduction seat belts. It's damn near a points car. Underneath of the car has been powder coated. Everything is correct. What hasn't been restored has been replaced with quality, high dollar reproductions or NOS. He's had it for 38 years. He said he thinks he's put about 8,000 miles on it. So, and the hood cable broke. That's what I'm doing now. I got one side done. Got to feed the cable into the passenger side and adjust it and close the hood, and he's coming to pick it up today. So I'm not babysitting a $90,000 car. Here's the hood cable, folks. As you can see, there's the handle and it branches off into two sides. This is the driver's side, of course, and there's a longer one. And that's what's supposed to be in the longer half. I opened the hood because I forgot to put the air cleaner on it. And when I went to pull the cable, only one side opened. And I knew exactly what happened. It took me an hour and a half to get the hood open, but I did it. Don't ever buy an EcoBoost Ford, because that's what happens. They're on trailers. That's not mine, by the way. That's 146,000 miles. It's on a third engine. Here's another. This actually, sometimes things just come back to me. I sold this engine a while back, the 455 74 model. It's got an early Edelbrock. It says Edelbrock Pontiac. That's the first one they came out with, and it was actually about 12 to 14 horse less than a stock cast iron 67 to 72 intake. And they got a lot of slack for it. Then they came out with the Edelbrock Performer, which gave up about 5 horse, got more slack. So the third version was the Edelbrock Performer RPM, which gives you some horse. The only benefit, if you're losing a little bit of horse, but you're also losing about 25 pounds or better, because if you know anything about the cast iron Pontiac intake, heavy. Here's one I picked up and was thinking about maybe doing it, but and it's a 383 car. It's a 70 Plymouth Fury 3 convertible, but it's the rear frame rails are out of it. This guy bought this car from the original owner, folks, and had it for I think 8 years, and it was garage kept, and in 8 years he did this to it. But we're gonna do a will it run. Turns over, and I actually hit it with ether, and it started for about a half a second. So I don't think we're gonna have much problem. I'm gonna crank it some and get some oil up in it, and we're gonna do a video here in the next couple days and get her running. And I might have my friend help me here. You gonna help me? Help me out? But as you can see, it is an HP. It's been decoded. It's got some options, folks. It's a real, watch your head. Come on, buddy. It's a real 383 HP car, which is kind of rare for just a Fury 3 convertible. This thing has a 3.55 sure grip in it, which is amazing. And it's a bucket seat car. Now, if you know anything about Mopars, it's pretty much the same bucket seats as a Roadrunner. It's got the bucket seats, and it's got a buddy seat in it, which is hard to find. Wood wheel. And it has a factory 8-track player, which is kind of pricey. I have found a 70 383 2-barrel Fury 3 hardtop in New Mexico that he sent me a bunch of pictures, and it's so clean it defies logic. The engine had some problems, and it was parked in 1978 with 41,000 miles on it. It's in a grain silo, concrete floor grain silo, and it's not cheap, but all that is going to go into that. We picked up this. It's an early 75 engine, but it's still a 988 casting block, so it's a good block. It was rebuilt, standard bore. Guy wasn't happy with it. It was talked into an LS. Go figure. So we'll be doing a freshen up on that. The guy came to me and said, hey, I gave this guy your number. He's got a Pontiac engine. He wants to get rid of it. It was his dad's. It was in a GTO years ago. So I go and look, and it's a 69 YS code, 350 horse, 400. and it was a little bit of surface rust. We did a little bit of acetone. My little couple of us guys here on the tube, we use it, acetone and either PP Blaster or Trans Fluid or both. And within about an hour, it was spinning. We could spin it by hand. Beautiful cylinders, no ridge, no nothing. And it came with heads, and lo and behold, my guess is Dad blew up the 67-400 and picked this up, because guess what we have? We have the 1 year only with that goofy little AIR. That's for air. It's for air injection. That's 1 year only quadrajet 67 intake, and the heads that I am very fond of. It came with a very nice set of 670s, and it was cheap enough to where I almost felt bad, but sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you get stung. But Mr. Yellow guy there came with one of those levelers, which they're nice, and it came with this. They insisted I take it all. This is a rare one. It's a 2-ton AC Delco. You know, we've got the 3 sets of wheels. Very sturdy. Looks like it's been used maybe twice. I've got my original one that I just love. I've had it for almost 40 years. It's a Carolina. They're no longer in business. And I've got another one that's got stationary front wheels, and it's got a brand new pump I put on it. And a friend of mine is interested, and I'm going to sell it to him. Keep this one here. So, this guy here that had this, the cherry picker and Mr. Yellow engine here, and I got a 350 turbo that's built. It's a performance trans. It's never been in a car. And there was another one that was almost a giveaway. And they were selling everything, and I was like, does a guy pass away? Is he moving? And basically, I'm not gonna, I don't beat people up, but they said they wanted to make sure he had plenty of money to last him while he was away, in case he needed, he wanted to buy something or wanted to buy some food, other than the food they give you. So you get the point. I asked where the car was, and they said that the car was put away. He wanted to keep his car. The GTO, the cat doesn't come with him. Engine will be out of that, probably by Monday. It's about half unhooked. Now that this is leaving, we're going to move our little mess here and going to pull that tri-power engine out, and I'm dying to see what's inside of it, because it's hurt. When you can take a 4-speed tri-power GTO out with I think it's got 373 gears were put in it. They had 323s, and he had 373s put in it. When you can sidestep the clutch at 4,500 RPMs in a tri-power 4-speed GTO, and it does a little fishtail and spins the tires for about 10 feet and goes and chirps the tires in second gear, the timing's right on, the jetting's right on, something's wrong. Not to mention the fact there's 2 cylinders at about 45 or 50 pounds. So it's painfully obvious we've got broken pistons, which my guess is that engine's never been apart. It's a rotisserie restoration, and the engine probably ran good enough for them to just put lipstick on it, make it look pretty, and they rebuilt the carburetors and sent it on its way. So that's what we've got going here. I've got the 428 that had the broken piston, blocks back. I've got the Icon pistons, heads are done, stainless valves. We're going with a Ram Air 4 style cam with the lift, with this basically the same cam as a Ram Air 4 with the 1.65 rockers. I believe it's like 508, 512, 516 with about 304, 308 duration. Gonna be kind of angry going with we're actually gonna go with the Torque 2 intake off of this. Picked this up, the guy decided to go LS because it wasn't fast enough. It's got small valve heads on it and a Torque 2 intake, which gives you no low end whatsoever. So it was built wrong. Engine's got, I guess, about 150 miles on it. So, and it looks it. I've been inside of it. So that was going to come apart. Check it out. Do something with the heads. put a different intake on it. That'll be on the run-in stand next week, because we're going to freshen that up, fix the mistakes that uneducated people make, and put it for sale. So that's where we're at right now. The barn's doing fine. We've got our lights off up there, try to conserve some energy, you know. I want to lessen my carbon footprint, LOL. And here in Michigan, the leaves are falling. Cats are having a blast. But the leaves are falling. Picked up a really nice drill press. Actually, the drill press came as a package with this. Got myself a little bandsaw that came with it too, but this was supposedly used 2 times. He bought it for a project, did his whatever, how many holes he had to make, and put a blanket over it. It's about 8 years old and it's not even dirty yet. And I've got a smaller one, but I was about to go buy this actual one because it's one of the best. It's the 17900 model. If you know anything about drill presses, great drill press. It really does its thing. So that's where we're at, buddy. Thank you all, friends out there that are watching, and hey, shoot me a question if you're curious about something. Subscribe, kind of watch what's going on. We're gonna, now that get a couple of these pain in the butt cars out of my way, we're gonna get going here again and get busy. We got we got some leaves to clean up. I got 4 acres here, and also hunting season's coming up. November 15th is opening day for a firearm, and I've got a crossbow. I've got 4.5 acres here, and I can hunt here, and I get a couple every year. It puts meat in the freezer, and it's good meat. It's good for you. It's not got all that garbage that they put in some of the stuff you buy at the supermarket. So my light's blinking, which means, hey John, your battery's low and you've talked too long. But thanks again, everybody. Bob, thanks for watching too. Saw your comment, or your text message actually. We built an engine for Bob. You can watch that video. It's a Ram Air Base 400 with 670 heads, and it's going in a 67 Firebird 400, a real 400 car. And he's getting everything that he needs to get the car ready, and I'm going to be going down there relatively soon. We're friends, and I'm going to be spending a little bit of time down there, and we're going to be hanging out and maybe messing around with that Firebird a little bit. And he's got a few cars down there he's babysitting for me. This is a wonderful person, great guy. But y'all be blessed. God bless y'all. Make the correct choice when you vote. And I'm not going to start getting political. What I mean is, make the correct choice in your heart and in your mind. It's up to you, people. If you feel comfortable with who you vote for. I hate all this hate that's going on. Okay, as long as it's comfortable for you, that's all that matters. Kid Rock and Marshall Mathers, Eminem, they're really good friends. Eminem publicly on TV endorsed Harris, and Kid Rock's been a very staunch opponent of he really stands there alongside Trump. He's a real supporter, I should say. Kid Rock made a video, and everybody thought he was going to trash Eminem for, how dare you, vote for so-and-so and, Kamala Harris. And instead the video was, you need to check it out. It's very, very mature and grown up. He said, I'm glad that we can have different political views and still remain good, close friends. Remember that. Do not let this damn election get in the way of a friendship, or have people say, oh, you voted for Trump or you voted for Harris, you're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. Vote what's in your heart. If it's the right move, it is. If it's the wrong move, you still had the independence to do what you wanted to do. So until next time, which is going to be relatively soon here, because we're going to get into tearing that GTO engine down. And while it's at the machine shop, we're going to tear another one down, and we have 2 to build. I have all the parts back for 2 engines. My 428, that's going to be a nice build, and the 400 that we took apart, that was a new motor that had sat, and everything's back. Pistons are clean, blocks done, clean, new cam bearings. That just simply goes back together, and we're going to stick that on the engine running stand and make some more noise. So again, God bless all of you, and vote your conscience, and stay healthy, and keep believing, and thanks for watching. You take care. Signing off here from John at John's Barn. Thanks again, people.